The history of the Internet is a fascinating journey that spans several decades and involves both technological and social evolution. It all began in the 1960s during the Cold War when the U.S. Department of Defense sought to create a communication network that could survive potential attacks. This led to the development of ARPANET by ARPA, Advanced Research Projects Agency, in 1969, which connected different universities and research centers. ARPANET utilized packet switching, a technology that allowed data to be broken into smaller packets and transmitted independently, an innovation that laid the groundwork for future networks. In the 1970s, as ARPANET expanded, other similar networks emerged in Europe, but they were incompatible with one another. This prompted the creation of the TCP/IP protocol by Vinton Cerf and Robert Kahn in 1973, which standardized how different networks could communicate. By 1983, ARPANET officially adopted TCP/IP, and this milestone effectively gave birth to what we now know as the Internet. Throughout the 1980s, the Internet grew, especially with the creation of the Domain Name System (DNS) in 1984, which allowed websites to be accessed by easy-to-remember names instead of long numerical addresses. A significant breakthrough came in 1989 when Tim Berners-Lee, working at CERN, introduced the concept of the World Wide Web, WWW. This was a system of hyperlinked documents that could be accessed via browsers, making the Internet far more user-friendly and accessible. In the early 1990s, the first website went live, and with the development of graphical browsers like Mosaic in 1993, the Internet began to reach a much wider audience. The commercialization of the Internet took off in 1995, with companies like Amazon, eBay, and Yahoo emerging and ISPs offering Internet access to the public. By the end of the decade, however, the Internet experienced its first major crisis with the dot-com bubble. While many Internet companies collapsed, key players like Google, founded in 1998, and later Facebook, 2004, survived and thrived. The mid-2000s marked the rise of social media platforms and the shift to Web 2.0, where users could interact, create content, and form online communities. Platforms like YouTube, 2005, Twitter, 2006, and Instagram, 2010, transformed how people engaged online. Meanwhile, the widespread adoption of smartphones, particularly after the release of the iPhone in 2007, made Internet access ubiquitous. The development of cloud computing and streaming services in the 2010s, including Netflix and Spotify, further revolutionized the digital landscape. Today, the Internet continues to evolve, but it faces significant challenges around privacy, cybersecurity, and regulation. Issues like data privacy scandals, cyberattacks, and debates about net neutrality have raised questions about the future of the Internet. Despite these challenges, the Internet remains a central part of modern life, constantly reshaping how we communicate, work, and interact with the world around us.